All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen. Watch the eye.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
At their own 21-yard
line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Lock now on 1st down. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Lock going to throw. This complete to Martin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Ready, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me. Shoot. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down, to play going for 15 yards.
Broncos first down.
Ready?
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Hey. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. On that.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Now Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
At the 37-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Fournette, a 1st down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
50 seconds, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
But no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 8 read. Check. SOS. Defense.
On second down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Rudolph throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled. Right on the chalk of the 45.
His pass complete to number 83. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
Set 50, plant. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
70, Indy. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let's go.
On second and 11 now. Rudolph gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, watch the slant.
After the run, Rudolph now going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
55.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And he's He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a 3rd one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
55 mark. Go. Tackle.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch twins. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, check. Ready?
Here's Freeman. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Whitfield. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Not today, you are.
Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
You play to win. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Rudolph on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ford. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Again, it's Rudolph. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rudolph throwing again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up the 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Rudolph now to throw. He's got it complete to Perkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Rudolph off play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to go.
On 1st down, Whitfield. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Throwing is Allen on third. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. From the gun, Minshew to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here's Rudolph. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Watch it. 55.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go. 60 out now. Go, Captain. Let's go. We got this. Let's go.
Rudolph looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here I come again.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the 50, it's Rudolph. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, echo. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. You run.
Rudolph. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ford. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 23-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Freeman again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Ready to go.
Now Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Rudolph. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Mike, 55. 55, Mike. Now.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Here we go on fourth. Rudolph. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Minshew, first and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. On second and 10, it's Minshew. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Minshew. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevens. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant. I'm not ready. Check 24, check 24.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Mills. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door. Ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Clock now on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, wahoo! 55, right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, D. Mike 55, Mike 55. Get it.
Throwing now is Lott. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Let's go. 18 Gator. I'm coming for you. You mine. Snap.
Throwing on 1st down is Lott. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Locked again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Check right. Watching the grind. You. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Locked to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bring it. Kill. You draw Corker. 59 Mike. Check.
Again, it's Edwards. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Hey, Foxtrot. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike's hitting.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
At the 49-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, they frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Ready? 60 outlaw. 59. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Broncos' 40-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, exit. Mike, 55. Right there.
Lock now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
55.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Watch the run.
Clock will try again on second down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He's back to throw, and this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.